Right. Good evening, guys. Oh man, should I take my hat off? No, I'm gonna keep it on. Okay, so it's kind of chilly, anyways. Let's talk about the trip to Boston, right? What I really liked about hey, what's up, Skyar? Rachel's in the house. She's the first one here. Wow. Okay. So, my God, Rachel, I didn't send the 4-leaf clover today, but I have a really good reason. Anyways, tomorrow I will, because tomorrow I have two appointments. So I'm driving from one appointment to the next, and in between there's a post office. I'm gonna stop by. I'm gonna mail you the 4-leaf clover tomorrow. Excuses. I know, right? Shoot, what can I say? It's full of excuses. Anyways, I knew you were kidding. But I'm not kidding. It was really just an excuse. I'm kidding. So what I wanted to talk about today is comparison and how comparison really robs us of our joy and our happiness. Because a lot of times, everything's fine, we're fine, but then we see someone else. It's like, oh, maybe, when I was walking around Boston, even right by myself, I just thought to myself, like, wow, I'm actually having a really good time. Like, I'm really enjoying myself for once. Like, it was interesting because I wasn't worried or concerned about what anyone else was feeling or thinking. Is everyone having a good time? Like, I didn't worry about that. Am I having a good time? Yeah, great, right? And I just thought to myself, like, when I was standing in front of the harbor, the ocean, the water there, and I was just looking out. I remember just thinking to myself, like, wow, move to Boston? Yeah, I might. Shoot, but I was thinking, like, wow, I'm really having a really awesome time. Like, I'm having a great experience. I even went up to the nightclub and danced a little bit. It's like, but I was really tired. I would have danced all night if I had the energy. But anyways, I was just thinking, like, wow, I had a great time. Talked to some great, amazing, really interesting people. Had a fun time. And then I was just thinking, like, how come I don't really have this feeling like anymore? Like, I need to share this with someone or something. Like, and I was sharing it with people on Instagram and YouTube, but it's like, I don't know. Like, I didn't have this sense where, like, I needed that validation. Someone with me to let me know I was having a good time. I guess, like, am I really having a good time? Yeah, June, we're having a really good time. Okay, I guess I really am having a good time. It's like I didn't need that validation anymore. It's like, oh, here's another thing. I think a lot of times when I went out by myself at night, to clubs and stuff, I think there was always an agenda. There was always this like this need to achieve something, get a girl's number, or like strike up a good conversation, or like, I don't know, like. But last night when I went out, I really had no agenda. I didn't care if anyone talked to me. I didn't care if a girl talked to me. I didn't care about getting anyone's number, or there was no objective. There was nothing for me to accomplish. I wasn't striving to get anything. I was just there to experience and have a good time and enjoy myself. Mission accomplished, right? And it's like, do you need anybody to really tell you, oh yeah, like, you had a great time? So, anyways, here's the story that I wanted to tell that just kind of helps put the comparison thing in perspective, right? I think it was Stuart Wilde who told everybody's heard the fisherman story, right? Where the millionaire, big successful businessman, Harvard MBA, millionaire, because he's so stressed because of the pressure of his business and everything, he has to take a week away. Usually goes to a small fishing village in Mexico to just try to unwind because he has so much anxiety and stress and just and it's really affecting his health. So he goes to this small fishing village. He sees a fisherman pull up, and he has beautiful looking fish. And he asks him, like, "Wow, you got really beautiful fish. How long did it take you to catch those?" And he goes, "Nah, just a little while, not that long." And the businessman says, "Why don't you stay out there longer and catch more fish?" And the fisherman says, "Well, I have enough fish here, more than I need. I can share some with my friends. I can sell some. I don't really need that much more." And the businessman asks him, "Well, what do you do with the rest of your time?" And the fisherman says, "Well, I like to sleep in late, do a little fishing, and then I go home and have a siesta with my wife, and I play with my kids, And then in the evening, I like to stroll into the town, sip a little wine, and play guitar with my friends. And the businessman says, listen, I'm a Harvard business graduate and I'm a successful businessman. I'm a millionaire. I can help you. He says, what you really want to do is you want to stay out there longer and catch as much fish as you can. That way you have more money. You can sell that extra. You have more money. And soon enough, you can buy another boat. Or you can buy a bigger boat and then catch more fish. And then with that extra money, buy another boat. Soon you'll have a fleet of boats and you can hire everybody in this town to fish for you. Then you can cut out the cannery and set up your own cannery. Now you control the product, the distribution, and everything, the whole process. And then you'll have to move to Mexico City, of course, because you have to oversee the business from this big city. And then when the time is right, you move to New York because that's where all the business happens. That's where you can go international and take your business, and sell the stocks, go public. And he said, when the time is right, you can sell your company, make it public, and you'll have millions. And the fisherman says, millions, senor? I mean, how long will that take? And the businessman says, maybe 15 years, 20 years tops. And the fisherman says, 20 years, senor, and I'll be a millionaire? And the business says, yeah, if you just stay committed, do what I say. And he says, well, then what then? After 20 years, after I become a millionaire, then what? The businessman says, that's the best part. Then you can move to a small fishing village in Mexico somewhere, or wherever. You can sleep in late, do a little fishing, enjoy a siesta with your wife in the afternoon. Then in the evening, you can just enjoy your time in the town, and you sip a little wine and sing and play guitar with your friends. What he's already doing. So, but when we all hear that story, we all like, oh, I want that life of a fisherman. Yeah, I want that fisherman's life, right? Here's what Stuart Wilde pointed out. Do we really, though? Do we really want that life of that fisherman? Because, yeah, you sleep in late, do a little fishing, but how many people really enjoy fishing every day? I mean, he's saying it's boring. A lot of times it's just boring to go out there fishing. And then he's saying his kids probably don't have an education. He's probably never really had a proper education, right? The nearest doctor is probably 45 miles away. There's any of those small coastal villages in Mexico. If you actually go there, there's not a lot of electricity. Maybe just in the tourist spots, and there's very you don't have Wi-Fi. The fisherman definitely probably doesn't have Wi-Fi. So he's in running water. I mean, not a lot of the people in the villages have fresh running water. So he's then if you get sick, you have to somehow trek 45 miles to try to find the nearest doctor. And you just have to hope and pray he knows what he's doing, with your condition. So he's do you really want that life of a fisherman? Because it would be kind of boring and kind of difficult, right? And it's wow, I never really thought of it that way. I was thinking about that. I was when I first heard the story, I was thinking, yeah, I want the life of that fisherman. But then when I thought about it, it's yeah, when he put it that way, do I really want that life? I don't think I do. So the point that Stuart Wilde was making was we get caught up in this comparison. It's oh, that person's life seems so great. But really, though, is it? Would you really trade your life for that person's? Because if you really step in their shoes and walk their life and live their life, live the way they live, would you really enjoy it? I was I forget who said it, but they were saying Bill Gates. Yeah, everybody wants Bill Gates' money, but they cannot live Bill Gates' life. They wouldn't enjoy it, right? And I remember the first time I really realized this was going to my clients' homes and seeing. It's when I really think of it, do I really want that? Do I really want that overhead and having all the people that have to come and do the landscaping, take care of all the stuff, and you got to pay housekeepers and all this stuff? Do I really want that? I don't know. I don't know if I do. So the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because I like to share the things that I'm doing and my journey and stuff online. I like to here's the thing. I was talking to one lady, right? And I was telling her, I really believe that the experiences that you've had, and the lessons that you've learned and the conversations that you've had with these people, because she's had an amazing life. I was like, I really think people could benefit from reading a book that you write, just all the lessons that you've extracted. And then she was like, well, I do help people. She's like, people call me if they feel lost in their careers, and I offer my time and I help them that way. And I was like, but those people are probably going to take that conversation to the grave with them, and they're probably not going to write a book about what you shared with them. I was like, I really think that by writing a book, you can continue to help people long after you're gone. By putting all of those great ideas and lessons that you learned in your life that are helping people now, but you're doing that only one on one. If you write a book and put it all in, organize it in a book, you know. But where was I going with that? Well, I think where I was going is like, you don't want to. You don't want to do things because you see other people do it, and you think that they're so happy. You would be happy if you did it too. It's like you have to really appreciate the unique experiences of your own life, and share that. Yeah, that's what I was going. I was like, I love sharing information and leaving um, ideas that I've had that were beneficial to me. I like putting it out there because long after I'm gone, I even told my mom today. I was like, honestly, if I die, I'm not scared to die anymore. If I died on that plane ride from Boston or flying to, I was telling her like, I don't think I would feel anything really. I'm dead. What do I know? But if I could, if there is some spirit world after this, I don't think I'll be that disappointed because of all the ideas that I've already put out there and shared in the form of books, blogs, a podcast, my YouTube channel. So that's why I'm encouraging everyone to do it, not because you see me do it or anyone else do it, or because you have unique ideas to share. That's why I'm encouraging people to do it. But I think what happens is sometimes you see other channels. It's human nature to compare and feel envious. It's just human nature. But the best way to overcome that is, rather than to try to deny it and say, "Oh, I don't get jealous. I don't get envious. I'm not a hater." Just recognize that, yeah, sometimes I do feel envious. I do feel those like pains of jealousy, and like I don't consider myself a hater, but sometimes I do see some people doing really well. I'm like, best thing to do is acknowledge that, admit it, and say, you know what, that's not right. Let me control this. Let me try to work on this. But another good analogy is that if you have two people, right, and you ask one of them, how much would you like? I'll give you any amount that you ask for, right? He says, give me $500. You count out $500. There you go. He's happy. He's like, oh my God, you actually gave me $500. And then the next person you ask him, standing right next to him, how much would you like? He says, give me 500,000. Boom, here you go, 500,000. Now the guy that got $500 is pissed, and he's like, WTF, man? I mean, what? How? It's like, hey, you were just happy. Just a second ago, you were really happy with that $500, and you asked for it, and you got it. How come now you're pissed? Because someone else got more? Rather than have that upset you, it's better to have that inspire you and say, oh my goodness, I didn't know you could ask for 500,000. You just expanded my mind. You just expanded my horizons and what's possible for me. You know, like the Lord of the Rings. The hobbits, when he saw his friend get a pint. And he had a smaller glass. He didn't say, "WTF, man? How come I got this small cup of beer and you got the pint?" That's not what he said in Lord of the Rings. He said, "They come in pints. I'm getting one," and he ran off to get a pint. So what I'm saying is, let the accomplishments and the things that other people have done that you feel, I guess, envious about, and let's just be honest with ourselves. Whenever we feel that, then we can catch ourselves and say, that's a negative use. That's not a productive way to use my emotions. Let me feel inspired, and let me say, oh, I didn't know they came in pints. I'm getting one. So Annie Tucker, what's up, Annie Tucker? Hey y'all, glad I caught it in time. Oh yeah, well let me wrap up. I'm kidding. Sky are different people, different priorities. Exactly, exactly. One of my clients, she told me something really cool. She said that her mom told her, if you took your problems to the marketplace to trade with others, you would come back home with your own problems. Because when you really when you really understand what other people's lives are really like behind the mask, behind the smiles, when things get real, right? When shit hits the fan, you know, then it's like, my problems, I guess I don't really want your problems. You keep them. I'm taking mine back with me. It's like I wouldn't trade my life for anyone else's. Like, yeah, someone else might be like Brad Pitt, for example. I don't think I would want to trade my life for Brad Pitt's. Would I really? I don't think so. Bargo, hey, what's up, Bargo? Oh, hi, Jared. How are you doing? I'm doing fantastic. Oh my God. For the first time in my life, I just don't care how I look to others. Like, oh my goodness. Last night I went up to this club. They charged $10 cover, and I met this guy named Malachi. His friends were all up there, but he was stuck because he only had $5 bill in his pocket. But he was a really cool guy. And we were joking around, and he was like, "Man," he's telling me what's going on. I was like, "You know what? I want to go up there anyways because I haven't been to a club probably in, I don't know, 10, 15 years." And I was like, I used to go clubbing almost every night of the week, right? And dance my ass off. And I loved it. And I was like, I haven't been for a long time. I'm curious what's upstairs. I'll pay your cover. It's only $10. I was like, I'm happy to do it. As long as you go up there with me. He was like, oh yeah, but my friends are up there, I might have to. And I was like, I'm not asking you on a date. And I was like, if $10 is all it takes, you're a pretty cheap date, and I don't want it because you probably got STDs. Anyways, but yeah, he was like, he's like, would you do that? I was like, dude, I was like, you'd be doing me a favor. At least I'm walking in with someone. And so I paid the cover for both of us. Went upstairs and he told me thank you. I was like, I'm happy to help you out, bro. Have a good time. I was like, I'm out. So I went off and I went to this other room. He was at the bar area, and I went to this other room that we go. And there's live music, people dancing, and so at first I just kind of took it all in, and then I went in. I started dancing and everything. I had a great time. And the thing is, I was just thinking, like, before I would have felt like I had to do this in order to get a girl. Like there was always like a mission in mind when I went out. It wasn't just to have a good time. It was to try to get a girl's number or something. I mean, and then I would go home disappointed. I didn't know girls. It's like, this is when I was younger, of course, when I went clubbing. But last night I was like, I didn't want a girl's number. What am I gonna do with the girl's number in Boston? Like, I just was there to have a good time, and I did. And there was not. I had no other agenda. I didn't have anything else that I was trying to, prove to myself or anything. It's just, I was just there to have a good time and actually enjoy my experience there. Just take in the experience and not get in my own head too much. That I caught myself a few times getting in my own head. I was like, you know what? Don't do that. You're not here to judge. You're not anyone or myself. It's like, that's the hardest thing, is not judging myself. So I kept telling myself, get out of your own head. Just let loose and have a good time and enjoy yourself. That's it, and I did. And because I'm not comparing myself anymore. I was dressed like this, actually. I'm actually wearing the same clothes I wore last time. So I haven't showered yet. So what? I haven't gone to the gym yet either. So give me a break. Anyways, but yeah, this is how I went. This is how I dressed, And it's like, I didn't care how other people were dressed. It's like, I'm dressed this way because I'm comfortable. I like this clothes. It's like, all of a sudden I'm gonna feel less comfortable in my clothes because someone else dressed fancier. Like, I'm over it. I'm done comparing. It's like, you live your life. You do you, bro. I'm gonna do me. Skyer, you still look hot. That's crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna be real. I was telling my mom even. I was like, how come now? all my life I've been desperately trying. I was trying really hard to try to get girls' attention and get girls to pay attention to me. At least, like at least consider a date with me. I was like, God, I'm not asking for your hand in marriage. I'm just asking for a date. Like, what the, But I was telling my mom, like, it's just really interesting that now that I'm actually not interested. Because my mommy was even telling me, she's like, don't get married again. She's like, it's not, your kids probably won't like that. She's like, always leave that space open. Even if you buy your own home later, she's like, have a room and stuff open for your kids. And she was like, if you get remarried, she's like, it won't look good. And I was like, honestly, I don't want to get married again, ever. I was like, and I'm not interested in women anymore. Not like that. And the funny thing is, I was like, I'm getting, and I was like, I told my mom, I think it's a cruel trick the universe plays. Because I know the moment I change my mind and I start looking for a date, all the women are gonna scatter like, all right. Skylar, I always go to bars to dance, be crazy, and just release stress. Exactly, right? I realize that's what women do. It's men, we go there to mess it up. It's the best place because everyone is too drunk to judge you anyways. Yeah, right? Skylar, so are you interested in men now? No? Who said that? Who gave me away? No, I'm just kidding. No. It's like, oh, what did you really do with Raul last night? Like, no, I'm not. But here's the thing, and I would, because Raul, he has a partner, and it's not even it's not a bad thing at all. I mean, he's gay. I mean, what? So what, right? But I was telling Raul, like, we were having a great honest conversation. I was telling him, like, I have always been made fun of because even my friends would always make fun of me because they would call me gay because I have no issues with acknowledging that another man is very attractive. And I can't hide my excitement or enthusiasm, so usually when I see a really good looking guy, I'll just say it. Like, even when I'm with a group of my friends, I'm like, holy shit, look at that guy, he's so good looking, like the Lyft driver, even his name was Joey. I mean, his eyes and everything. He's from the Dominican Republic. Holy cow. I even told him, I was like, dude, you are so handsome. I was like, you are so good looking. And then he was like, oh, like, because he can't really speak English well, but I knew he knew what I was saying. But because he was kind of acting like he didn't know, I said it in Spanish. So I was like, muy guapo, mucho guapo. And he was like, oh, thank you. Like, back off, dude. But anyways, I mean, it's like, but I was telling Raul, I know. Thank you very much. I'm flattered. Popping. It was lit every night. It was on fire, right? Glow sticks, raving, techno music and drum and bass, everything, right? It's like a rail. So I'm leaning over the rail, just enjoying the music, looking out at the crowd, just like, wow, just feeling like I'm the fucking king, like this is my place, right? I own this place, Anyways, when you're on drugs, that kind of happens. Anyways, so I'm there sitting there just vibing, right, having a good time, and I feel a squeeze, a nice squeeze on my butt, right? And so I look, and I was like thinking for a second, my heart was racing. I was like, yes, a woman has finally noticed. A woman has finally recognized the sexiness that I am. So anyways, I look, and it's this guy, and he was a handsome guy, attractive, but it was a guy, and he was like, hi. And I was like, oh, I'm really sorry. I was like, I'm not. And the thing is, I'm at a gay club. It's called Backstreet, So so it's like, I can't get upset. I can't get mad. And I wasn't. I was actually really flattered. And I told him, like, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, no. I was like, dude. I was like, I wish more women would do that. I was like, thank you so much. I feel flattered. I was like, but I just don't roll like that. I'm sorry. I wish I did. For your sake, I wish I did. But I just don't. But anyways, so it's interesting because I think I've been hit on by gay guys several times, not just at once. And it's like, oh my god, I really wish I was gay because things would be a lot easier. I'd be a lot more. Anyways, I'd be a lot more in demand, I guess. Anyways, again, back to comparison. back to the main subject. Like I don't care how people want to label me anymore, because I don't want to compare myself to anybody. I mean, maybe I am gay. Who knows? You know, don't knock it till you tried it, right? If a gay guy likes you, means you really are hot. Whoa, I never thought of it that way. No, back to the gay topic. Okay. Well, I mean, what more is there to discuss? Oh my God. Okay, you know what? Okay, so I have not told this to anyone ever, 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 and I probably shouldn't right now. I probably really shouldn't. Man, but I already set it up. Now it'd be tacky for me to back out and not tell the story. Oh my God. Okay, well, here you go. So much for this channel, right? After I tell this story, okay, here we go. I don't care. So, when I was in high school, that Christian academy, right? One random night, I had this dream, a gay dream. I was involved in sexual activity with a guy in our school. The crazy thing is, here's the part that really messed me up. Really fucked with my head. He was a really unattractive guy. He was like big, and I mean, just not. I mean, we called him Big Country. I mean, the thing is, I was thinking in my mind, like in my head, after I woke up. First of all, I woke up very confused, very confused. And then I was thinking, why him of all people? If I mean, it's my dream, I could have picked anyone. I would have picked the hot guy in school. Like I was thinking, like, what? Like, I'm still confused about that. But and then I started researching it secretly. I've never told this to anyone. I've never told this to anyone. Wow, I don't even know why I told her now. But anyways, like my heart's like pounding. Like, dude, you should have said it. Okay. Anyways, so I started researching this privately, right? Come to find out, I forget. I mean, because this was in high school, right? So over 20 years ago. So I forget the sources, or I can't cite the sources. But what I found out was, according to the statistics, like there had to be like anonymous study, because men aren't going to just openly admit this, right? But 70% of all men have had a homosexual dream at least once in their life. They just don't talk about it, like me, because we're scared. We're like, oh. But that's interesting, isn't it? Most men do have a homosexual dream once in their life, usually like around that teenage time, because yeah, but we just don't talk about it. Isn't that interesting? Vargo, people looked at me funny when I worked at PetSmart, since I was the only guy there, thinking I'm gay or something. People are just judgmental because they think only girls are groomers, I guess. I mean, I didn't mind if people thought I was gay, like, shoot, the word water can't get you wet, so I mean, they can call me gay all they want, and it doesn't really make me that. The only time what someone says about you can actually have an effect on you is if you actually believe it. Someone says, "Hey, stupid," and you turn around, you're like, how did they know I was coming? Who told them? And then you get mad. You shouldn't have called me stupid. It's like the word water can't get you wet. So who cares if they call you stupid? Usually, someone who's calling somebody else stupid, it's a reflection of who they really are. When someone makes a judgment about someone else, it doesn't reflect that person. It reflects the person making the judgment. They're the kind of person that needs to call other people stupid in order to feel smarter. But here's the thing. Here's the very interesting thing. You can never grow taller by making someone smaller. It's just impossible. But that's what we think. We think that we can somehow grow taller by making people feel smaller. And actually, by doing that and going around making everybody feel small, people look at you as a small person. Skyart, maybe you are still figuring out your sexuality. I mean, you know what? Just to be real though, I know that I'm not gay because when I I've already gone deep. I'm already wet. Might as well swim. When I watch porn, right? The gay stuff, whenever it does pop up, it just doesn't interest me. And I've had a gay guy proposition me hardcore, and he showed me some videos of like gay guys seducing straight guys, right? And he was like, "Aren't you curious?" And I told him, like, honestly, there's not a curious bone in my body. That pun was intended. There's not a curious bone in my body. Seriously. I mean, I know that when I watch porn, right, the the things that excite me are women. Dude, no. Okay, so says your connection is unstable. Please wait. Okay, okay, perfect. So, anyways, now that I've just ruined my entire reputation, you know, man, you know what? I actually kind of put on Instagram that I was gonna stream this live coffee talk tonight. I had no idea I was gonna talk about this shit. So I think I'm gonna go and just delete that right now because holy shit, this did not turn out the way I thought it would. Um, there it is. Let me just delete this post here. Shit. So people on Instagram don't come over on this YouTube channel and watch this. Holy cow. Rachel, you are dangerous. You are a dangerous person to have a conversation with live on YouTube. Even the connection said no more. Too deep. Okay, yeah. I gotta somehow backtrack. You know what? There's no backtracking. Holy crap. You know what? I think I'm gonna delete this stream. Okay, this stream never happened. I'm gonna end it and I'm gonna delete it and I'm out of here. I'm gonna go hit the gym and just really ask myself, what the fuck were you thinking? The FBI. Oh shit, man. The FBI. Wait, don't delete it. I just got here. No, I gotta delete it, dude. David, come on, man. I just said some. Shit got real. Shit got really real, and oh my god, what was I thinking? Well, it's because one thing led to another, and I was just answering questions, and then and then I was like, oh no, I probably shouldn't. But then I was like, oh, but I already started. I was like, oh man, but now I gotta tell it, and I told it, and then I started talking about porn, and then the FBI, too late, bro. We got yours. Fuck, man. Shit. Prepare your anus. Oh my god. All right. Well, at least I can say after the FBI experience, I know for sure I'm not gay. I mean, at least we can cut out all doubt. So I wish I can private call you someday. We would have fun combos. It's a 900 number. I'll give you that 900 number. It charges by the minute. Anyways, David T. The forces in the galaxy said open up the stream. Oh my god. The FBI, I snuggle warm, bro. Okay, as long as you spoon me afterwards. Show me that you care. We're all good. Shoot. Anyways, oh my god. Okay, you know what? I have to take my own. I have to. What is it? Practice what I preach, right? I'm just gonna leave this up. Whatever. Remember the chicken dance? Oh my god, yeah. The chicken dance, like, that was you too. Oh my god, it's like every Rachel, the bad influence. Oh my god, hashtag bad influence. The FBI, David T, big spoon or little spoon? I don't care. Just hold me tight, baby. Skyer, June would be the little spoon. Well, again, just like with scissors, short shanks are better than long shanks. Anyways, more control, there's more enthusiasm. Skyer, all the embarrassing things are thanks to me. You know what? I do have to thank you because, yeah, it really did that when I did the chicken dance, I really considered just deleting that stream because I was like, I need to be professional, right? I need to be a professional and I can't be this goofy guy anymore, but it's like, whatever. And so it really helps me kind of confront those I guess, social pressures, like I have to fulfill this social role and I have to somehow now all of a sudden act like an adult. It's like, but I don't feel like an adult. Yeah, I know I'm 38, but fuck, man. Like I thought I would just change. I thought something would click and happen, and like I would be an adult, and I would know stuff, and I would be. And it's like, but I don't, and I'm not gonna fake it. Anyways, I'm still trying to figure out when I'll finally wake up and feel like I'm an adult. Anyways, the FBI, bruh, you ever fantasize about being turned into a human corn dog? Oh no, I get these steak. I got these steak. Oh, that's Saturday Night Live, right? Oh, like, hold up! If I was a corn dog, I'd smother myself with mustard and ketchup. I think I know what you're talking about. But I have fantasized about being able to download my consciousness onto a computer chip and installing it into a robot body, and being able to, in a way, live forever, not in this body anymore. Transfer my consciousness into a robot body. I have fantasized about that. Um, would you guys? Would you? If because Michio Kaku, um, it's like what you call me. His name is Dr. Michio Kaku. I think I pronounced that word. I don't know. But anyways, he wrote the book called The Future of the Mind, and he's always on the Science Channel. That Asian guy with the long white hair, the physicist. Anyways, he wrote a book called The Future of the Mind, and in that book he talks about how right now, as we're speaking, like they're working on um, mapping out the human consciousness, all the synapses and everything in our brain. And he's saying right now they're in the stages of like early computers when one computer took up like an entire floor. That's kind of where they're at with mapping out the human brain. And so he's saying though, but the advancement is happening so much faster because we have all this technology we've already accomplished, and so we're building upon that now. So he's saying it's not going to take as long as it took for the computer to become what it is now. So pretty soon we're going to be able to download our brain, our consciousness, our thinking patterns, I guess, onto it. So you had the option to download your mind into a robot body and potentially live forever. Would you do it? My answer is I think I would give it a try. I don't know. Um, let's see. Sky, I showed all my friends already. Shit. Oh man. Well, at least they know now the proper way to do a chicken dance, because that was a proper chicken dance I showed that day. Anyways, David T. Everybody, June is trying to rebuild his channel. Let's all help by making sure to share his videos, starting with this one. I'm not trying to rebuild my channel. That's the thing, though, David. I'm just that channel was me trying to be professional and trying to be, you know, professional. I be careful with my words and everything, and not offend anyone. And I was trying to just share helpful grooming information in the other channel. And then I started to kind of stray from that. And I could feel myself straying from that, and just being more myself. And so I realized I don't even want all that attention. I don't want all of that anymore. It was really, the stress was getting to me. This channel is about freedom. It's about just being me and saying, it's okay if you don't like it. Sometimes I don't like it. The FBI, you gotta watch Dragon Hunger, Mad TV. It's a hilarious skit. Okay, Dragon Hunger on Mad TV. Okay. Skyer, I don't want to live forever. Too much stress. Nah, I guess. I mean, but stress is good, right? Stress is growth. We put stress on our body to grow our muscles, right? Um, let's see. I agree, David. This is the best one. Shit. The FBI. I'd rather spend a little time here and a lot of time in heaven rather than be forced to be conscious on this crap rock. Yeah, I mean, here's another thing that he was talking about in that book. He was saying that once we can download our consciousness into a computer chip, then they could, theoretically, put it, you send your consciousness in the form of a coded message through a laser beam out into space. And so you could be traveling at the speed of light out into space in the form of a laser beam. I still can't even wrap my mind around that. I don't even understand exactly what I just said. I'm just repeating what was in the book. um, David T. Well, that's what I mean to help the real you out there. This sounds pretty real to me. I'm still fake. You know, these days I don't even argue with people when they're like, "Dude, you're so fucking fake." I'm like, you're probably right. I remember one time this person emailed me this big long email. I mean, they probably put a lot of thought into it about how I'm letting people down and how I should be more professional and how how I have this platform. I should be able to feel lucky. I should, like realize how lucky I am to have this platform. And I'm just, disrespecting people by just, cursing and saying all these things and how I should be more careful and all this stuff, right? So I emailed them back. Okay, send. Conversation over. I don't care. Shoot. Let's see. Skyar, you won't grow, June. You live forever. You won't grow, June. You live forever. Okay. You won't grow. Okay. Well, I mean, the thing is, though, if you do live forever, though, maybe not forever, because of course, you're in a robot body, so anything can happen, But I think, though, with years and experience comes wisdom, right? I don't know. I'm at least considering it. It's not like I'm saying like, oh, everyone should do it or anything. I'm just considering it. Like if it is possible, would I do it? I don't know. I might. David T, have you seen the show on Netflix called Travelers? It involves being able to transfer consciousness. No, I haven't. I don't really have a lot. And the thing is, whenever I do turn on Netflix, I'm usually turning it on and passing out. So yeah, but I'll check it out. Travelers. That's the next thing I'll fall asleep to. The FBI, bruh. If we could download consciousness and transmit it, it still wouldn't do it. But I'd make them believe I did. I still wouldn't do it, but I'd make them believe I did. They'd upload it to a robot, and when they turn it on, it would be an internal Rickroll. Nice. Pauline, hey June, hope you had a great time in Boston. I'm sure we'll catch up one day. I had an amazing time in Boston. Oh my God. And I'm going back. I have to. I have to go back. It's not just for the dog that I have to groom, but oh man, that city is calling me. Seriously. Holy cow. I feel called to that city. Like, oh my goodness. It has everything that I love about a city. It has that city feel like New York, but without the craziness. And then it has history that I love. And then it has culture. It has like a really cool hip vibe. And it has the water there, the river, the bay. They have Cape Cod. Lobster. Oh my goodness. It has everything I love. Skyer, maybe if you can live forever, your view on life would change. Like you would be more content. I think maybe, I don't know. Who knows, or you wouldn't care or rush things. Yeah, and the weird thing is, I feel like I'm almost at that point. Like I just don't care anymore. I mean, sorry guys. So my mom. Oh man, that was a lot more than I thought. So my mom was telling me, that she thinks I should start my own bank account, like start another bank account where I put money in for myself. And that way, my my wife, I guess, we're technically still married, but we're separated. But anyways, that way she won't have access to all the money, right? And I was telling my mom, I just don't care. I was like, I don't care. All the money, what am I going to do with it? Keep it till I grow old, and I'll die. My tombstone will say, this man held